Wow. Sometimes I sit here and I genuinely think technology couldn't be this shit. Yet here we are. So we are live. Let me share my screen. I'll go over a bit of stuff right here, right now. So, I mean, we'll start with crypto first because that's been the most fun. That's been the most fun that we've been up to. So, if we go on and we look at our crypto strategy over here, so just to prove that this is indeed working, and I have been setting it out, we can start from here, the Sol trade, Solana one. So we could see an original entry, 1, 2, 3, right? That's what we were looking at it possibly getting up to there. So we're talking about a Solana sell. It literally hit our stop loss and went, there we go. Bitcoin US dollar, another entry on there. And again, I don't think it went to, I don't think that one won either. I'm just having a look at it. Bitcoin USD. Yeah, we're having a look at that one. We're still waiting on this one here too. So I believe we had 2 losers. I'll have to look it up on my phone. As you can see, I haven't gone live for quite some time, so I'm a bit rusty. What have we lost on? Yeah, we lost the Solana. We lost the original Bitcoin. So we lost the first 2 that I brought out. So this one and this one, the original Bitcoin. Now, we won this one here. We won this trade here. So if I go over, it should probably be on Sol, USD. Well, should probably still be on here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So as you can see, we lost this one originally, this original Sol. It just didn't work. It was moving up pretty fast. We lost straight away. Now, this one, entry, entry, entry. Well, just a perfect, let me just Control Z that. Just a perfect entry here. And went up to not quite a 1 to 5, which is really annoying because we go for 1 to 3s, a 1 to 5s. No, this is just us going back over the trades that we've done so far, and then we'll get into the one that's coming up soon. So we've got this right here. We've got 1 to 4.6. So dual trading, we should have made it to obviously our 1 to 3. Fantastic. And then for our secondary trade, we got a 1 to 5s. So as soon as we hit our 1 to 3, we move this to a 1 to 2, right? So you would have come out with 5% because it would have come up really close to it. Of course, if it then gets to 1 to 4, feel free to move it up to a 1 to 3. That's fine, but only if you're awake when this is happening. I mean, in this case, I could, but we're just going to keep the results just for the sake of recording and putting everything down through here. That when it gets to that 1 to 3, we move our stop loss to a 1 to 2 and we just leave it. So we know that our minimum that we will be having is 5% per successful trade. Now, obviously, we could be looking at that and saying, hey, in the middle, we could be actually getting 6% per minimum per trade. But we don't know that. Some people might have been asleep at this time. Some people might have been awake. We're all in different parts of the world. So I don't want to say, oh, hey, in Australia, you'd be getting this. In the UK, we're just going to say, this is how we hop out to trade. So again, now we are waiting for another one. We're waiting for a good sell to be coming through. If you're in the crypto group, you're going to be able to see this. I'm not going to do signals here online through this, but we are looking in for a sell. So I'll be going out, and again, I'll be showing it on Discord when we next go live next week. And you'll see that I will have posted it in there. You'll see that we get to go over it, etc. So we are looking for a nice sell here on this particular one, right? In terms of our Forex, moving on from here, and I'm just going to check when the last trade we had was. It was a Euro USD trade. That was our last good trade. Euro USD, which is over here. I don't know what time frame it is. Here we go. This sell right here at 2100. So we made it to our 1 to 2 and then decided to come all the way back up. So we know that we made 3% on this trade here. We know that we made 3% on this trade, which is quite good. Now, why do we like this trade? Well, we follow a trend trading strategy. High. We don't count this as a high or low because it's gapping. We already know that regardless, a lower low, we already know that regardless we've broken below this low. So it doesn't really matter, even though we're not counting this. We know that we formed a lower low. Therefore, we've got another lower high. Therefore, we've got another lower low regardless, and then your lower high. So we're forming all these lower highs and lower lows. I believe it was just on the 24-hour mark, maybe just over. We hop in, we chucked our stop loss there, good entry, there you go. So that's a really good one that we hopped into. Now, full disclosure, these ones got me initially, and then I actually hopped out of them for a small loss on both because I wasn't paying attention. Now, when I say small loss, I really do mean it was a small loss. So it has set me back, but I think it's like 0.10%, which is annoying. Can't see your chart. Well, it looks like I am screen sharing and I can see it on the live. So if anyone else is having problems and can't see it, I can always stop sharing and reshare it. It should be there. Cool. So then we have this one here. Just your pretty face. It should be sharing. I don't know if Guns or Tom, you can see that. There you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. I don't know why it wasn't sharing the first time. Because there's definitely been recording on here. That's so annoying. Anyway, I'll just keep on going from here. What we have are these. I see it now. I don't know why it wasn't doing it the first time. I do remember that this happened a few times when we started live previously. But on my screen here, I know you guys can't see it, but it was sharing the entire time, which is really annoying. It was sharing for a bit and then stopped, which was weird. Man, YouTube lives are just ridiculous. Anyway, so this one had a double top here, and it did have a double bottom. Initially, this one was fine. This one didn't get me here, actually, now that I'm looking at it. It was, if I'm not mistaken, and I can go and find our last Discord where we talked about signals. This one here, this was a really good one. Okay, so it did get me. And only because I just wasn't paying attention. Swiss franc JPY, which happens. And then I put it down and I make sure that it doesn't happen again. Where are my 8-cap markets? Here we go. Now, I don't believe it was on the 1 hour. What time frame was it on? It was on 30 minutes. Cool. And we just need to drop it down to the 30-minute settings. There. So this is what I had, and this is what I was looking at the time. At the time here. I could see that we had a lower low, we had a lower high, we had a higher high, because I saw this one here and I saw this one here, and I was like, oh, we've got a higher low, because I saw this gap here and I just took it off and I went, it doesn't bother me, but it does, because right here, what we're looking at there is still a low regardless. It's still a low, because from here to here is 78 pips. It's massive. We've got a low. Therefore, this is now a lower low here. So I hopped in going, oh, yep, that's fine. We're going to be going for it. And of course, it decided to then turn around, almost immediately coming through. And I remember when I saw it starting to come down, I was like, That's not a good sign. And then saw this area here. So again, it's always just really handy, especially when you're hopping in. So get this map tool out through here every single time you see a buy and or a sell, and go, okay, what have I got through here? So you can be in there and make sure that you're not doing any silly mistakes. Yes, you can see that I've done in my checklist here. I write it down. It is in front of me. And for whatever reason, I just didn't go through my checklist. I was just looking at it. I was on the move. I needed to go. It's all excuses. It's all stuff that I tell people, hey, don't do anyway. And of course, I did it. So there we go. And last but not least, it's not this one that I'm looking at. It's this one. I've been messing around with Lux Algo in terms of a futures-based strategy. I find that these plus symbols here are fantastic. They're really, really good. And I've been following along with the inbuilt exits as well. Now, there's a few things that I'm going to bring out here, but essentially what you can do is base your strategy off of these big pluses here, right? These big, particularly these plus ones. I'll give you a hint. If you do have this and you can hop into these trades, just follow along and always put your stop at the top of that candlestick here. You won't get 100% lucky, and it's not a fully played out strategy, but there's definitely something there on XAU, USD, and NQ where you can hop into these and get particularly lucky. For example, through here, when you put your stop here, it didn't actually quite hit it. And then I let it go all the way up. And yes, I did hop out here. So it was like a little minus, because actually the candlesticks themselves, if you go on to candles, they finish all the way up here, right? It's a little bit different through there. So you just have to keep an eye out for that. If I can go back. But you can get lucky with them. I mean, this one's so unfortunate because it's literally got on the exact same one in exit. So I follow behind really closely. I hopped out for a nil all. And now it's all the way up there, which is really rough. But yeah, we don't really have too many trades to talk about through here. It's just this one right now. The last one that we took was that Euro USD trade. So I am up, or no, I'm down. I'm down $100 on phase 2. So I'm at 2,400 on my phase 2 challenge. So if we were looking at that, it's roughly like 6% down. I've got 10%. I've got 10% drawdown. So I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to have to claw this back. It's been a little bit of a rough time through here, taking off a few losses, but that's what happens. And then all I need is a couple of wins that we'll push together. And then, yeah, we can just go from there. But nothing too much to go on at this current point in time. I mean, with that last winner, or the two winners, I should say, for our crypto one. And this is the beauty of trading a portfolio with the winners on Bitcoin, which was fantastic. And we can go over that one too for crypto. Bitcoin US dollar. Yep, there we go. Are you going to do it? Yep, cool. This one through here, for example. There was your 1 to 3 back here. I'm pretty sure this is the last one. Oh, am I mistaken? Which was the most recent one? It must have been this one here. Must have been that one here. Yeah, of course. This one was really good because as soon as it hit, it came all the way up to that nice 1 to 5, right? Came straight up and hit that there. So when you get a 1 to 5 and a 1 to 3, that's 8%. You know, that's 8% here. Yes, my Forex strategy is going very slow. It's not doing too well. But then I get 8% on a trade over here, and all of a sudden, hey, that's money in the bank. That's fantastic. Now, to trade Bitcoin, the one thing you do need is quite a bit of money. You need quite a bit of money in your account to do this. I've only got a small personal account here, only like $10,000, $15,000. So it's rough. I can't dual trade all the time, or my second dual trade position has to be significantly smaller, just because of margin. It takes up so much margin. But yeah, I mean, 8% coming in there. Obviously, I can't do that. I get the full 3% on one of my positions, and I really only get 2-ish% on the other one, just because of the prop firm that I'm with. Well, not the prop firm I'm with the broker that I'm with. It requires quite a bit of margin. It's got very nice entries, really small commissions, etc. So that's really handy. But that's really it. That's all I wanted to go over here. I know it's been like 15, 20 minutes or whatever it is. But yeah. And then the next one, next week or whatever, we'll go over more of the trades that have been happening during the week. And I'll probably be going over what's going on here as well, because I do trade NQ. Do trade the NQ over here. But I'm basing it off these signals. So if we have a look at yesterday, I think there was just a loser. Oh no, see, this was the good one. This is the good one here. So I start at this time here. We had this initial one where I just hop in, but I hold my stop loss really tight and just allow it to go up and up and up. Got out for a really nice one here. This one out all the way down here because it's break even and we've got an exit signal, so that was nothing. And then right before we finished, which is around here, hopped in again here, followed it all the way up, hopped out for a small loss. So that was all right. Yesterday was fine for me. So yeah, now just watching how the markets go today. And it's good because during Asia, I get to sit here and I get to trade these, and it's a portfolio, as I said before, during each individual time period. So if this goes well, great. Doesn't really bother me how the other two are going. I'm more relaxed with it, which is something that everyone should be aspiring to be. NQ during London. NQ is during London. Yes, correct. Gold is during Asia. Forex is across all of them, as is crypto. So I've got 4 different strategies that are going on the go at any single time. Well, every single time, every single day. I've got all of these going on. Crypto, by far the most profitable. It's not even funny how crypto's been performing out of all of them. I mean, 8% every time you make like a good trade, and we have like a 75% win rate. It's crazy. Now, crypto used to be like 30% of my portfolio, 20% of my portfolio. Crypto is like 50, 60% of my portfolio now, because obviously I drop things in and out and I rearrange it. Maybe I'll close down a section if the markets are going slow with NQ or with gold or whatever it is with Forex. Which prop firm do you use for crypto? Yeah, cool. So the prop firm I use for crypto is, God, what is this one called? I think it's called Crypto Fund Trader. Crypto Fund Trader. They're actually pretty reasonable on price. The support is quite good. And they have a good drawdown. They have a good drawdown, which is really nice through there. So yeah, they're not a big problem. Again, I'm trying to take as much money out of my prop firms as humanly possible and putting them into my own accounts, just because everyone here should know how they can operate, and they can be a little bit unreliable, wildly unreliable. Now that Apex has done what it's done, it's the last straw for me in terms of prop firms. It's the last straw. I'll never really put any faith in these prop firms again. I'll just be taking them out. I've got little $5,000 and $10,000 accounts like just sitting around for each individual strategy, and that's what I'm doing. They can potentially not pay out, and there's a bunch of other crap. Well, look, Some people like what Apex has done. That's absolutely fine. If you do, great, no worries. Personally, I don't. Like, that's not what I signed up for. I signed up for how they were structured previously, and that's what I wanted, and that's what I liked. And then they can just go, well, we'll change